What on earth is this?
Dearest Dan, I trust this letter finds you well. I have momentous news that I simply had to convey to you at once. After what feels like an age of tireless searching, I've finally located the lost artifact we've both sought after for so long. White Dwarf Issue 1. Yes, you read that correctly. It was not where any of us expected, hidden away in some dusty archive or forgotten library. Instead, it lies deep within a hidden tomb on the south coast. The entrance is cleverly concealed, as one would expect for something of such legendary status. Find this artifact for me, and show the world its secrets. Kind regards, Merlin.
Hello and welcome to Merlin's Miniatures. Hang on a sec. Hello and welcome to Merlin's Miniatures, a very special video today where we will be looking at White Dwarf Issue 1. Now before I get this out of the case and start flicking through it to show you guys, I'm going to put some gloves on because I want to treat this with the respect it deserves, because this has been around for a long time and hopefully it will be around for many, many more years to come for more people like you and I to appreciate in the future. Now I know we've all seen this front cover from Google Imaging and whatever, but I just absolutely love it. These two dwarfs hacking the head off this sorcerer with his little familiar on the stairs and sort of some summoned creatures behind him. I just think it's so cool and really iconic. And just turning it over, just looking about how White Dwarf has changed, we've got our 20-page contents, which is a far cry from the masses of pages we have today of full glossy images. And try not to look at the prices for the advertising and the games. It was a very different time. As I said, this is 1977. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to talk over most of this because I wanted this to just be a nice page by page where you could look at it, appreciate it, pause the video and have a little read yourself. And yeah, just enjoy it for what it is. But you might see my hand flick over the page from time to time because I was very much talking to myself and looking for it as I was doing this video. One of the things you'll notice, there's not many, obviously, pictures, etc. This is very much a advertising magazine for games, game systems, miniature ranges, but it's advertising clubs. If people want to meet up and play D&D and play tabletop wargaming and such. So one of the things I think is key to remember about this came out in 1977. Most people who watch these videos would have grown up not only with the internet, but more than likely probably with an iPhone, when you have all that information at the tap of a button. You didn't have this when obviously White Dwarf came out. And I know that sounds really stupid and really simple, but to let people know what was happening, these publications were so important in trying to just connect. And you can already tell, 1977, White Dwarf 1, it's that building the community. And this magazine wasn't Warhammer specific. You can see yourself, there's so much D&D content and so many other games. This was before it became like the main Games Workshop magazine. But it's just such a nice nod to how you find your tribe, you find your community, and how you find each other and you relate over these amazing games, these amazing worlds. And it's just really nice holding a bit of history that sort of promotes that, and for me invokes that feeling of this is a community and it is filled with amazing people. I know I said I wouldn't waffle in this video, but there you go. Apologies. Also, reading through this made me think, what White Dwarfs did I have back in the day?
I always remember the first one I got, which was way back when it had Lizardmen on, because that's when I got into the hobby in the 90s, when Lizardmen came out. Absolutely loved them. Remember walking past the store, seeing them, a box of 8 Saurus Warriors for £5. I was with my mum at the time, and she was just like, yeah, that's fine, you know, we'll stretch to that, and that can be your pocket money for the week. Which back then that was a fair bit of money, so fair play to my mum and dad for letting me have a hobby like that.
That's my walk down memory lane done. Back to White Dwarf 1. Also, look at this. We had little cartoons. I love it. Lots of D&D in this, because this is like before the main inception of the Warhammer world that we know today, which is great because I'm a huge D&D fan, so I found this incredibly interesting. Also, reading the bottom left of this, it looks like they're going to have letters coming in from readers as of next issue. I would be very interested to see what some people were asking and saying back then. And on the back page, just this awesome image promoting what's happening in the next issue. Now, this guy really reminds me of, is it Balthazar Gelt from the Empire? Fantastic.
Now, Merlin's Miniatures is an absolute treasure trove for items like this, and we do plan on putting out more videos to really showcase some of these forgotten relics or some very rare bits that we might not have, been able to see or get our hands on. We want to show them to you and just show you how cool these things are, and items that we love about the hobby. So do please subscribe to the channel, and then you can stay up to date when all these videos come out. Thank you very much for checking out our little walkthrough of White Dwarf Edition 1. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This little relic has put a big smile on my face.